Today on Suncoast View, is the recent trend of Sarasota businesses expanding inland a sign of a problem or an opportunity for growth? We'll discuss.
A handmade Valentine gift is from the heart. We'll get some great ideas from the craft bar.
And a tribute to the Fab Four, all the way from Liverpool, is here to sing some iconic love songs. All that and more right now on Suncoast View. Oh, we're dancing over here. Welcome to the show. And a big welcome to Les and Pam McCurdy.
That's right.
Yes.
I'm filling in for Stephanie today.
Yes.
And I'm filling in for the
Thank
person
you.
that just is here.
You're just filling.
I'm the filler. I'm the
Yeah,
filler.
I kind of feel like we're on a double date, Linda. We're here with Les and Pam.
That's
We're
right.
getting ready for
Fun.
Valentine's.
We have to watch them, though. You never
We have
know
to
what's
watch
going to
you,
happen.
Linda.
See, she hides it all behind that
Hey.
smile.
Come on.
Well, we've got a fun show today planned, and also I know you have a fun week planned at McCurdy's.
We absolutely
Lots of things
do.
happening.
Oh, yeah, a variety of shows.
Tell us about the fundraiser.
Fundraiser on Thursday night is for vets. A group of psychologists here in town got with some vets and developed a PTSD program for them. And kind of experimental, but it's getting great results, and so they want to take it a step further. So Thursday is for vets, so if you want to help vets, you want a great show. And Tim Wilkins, who's been here before,
Yes.
is a Marine. And
Clean
it's a
show.
Clean show, so come out for that. And then Orny Adams on the weekend. He's one of the hottest young comics popping. I said Orny. I said Orny. Orny Adams.
He's
Kevin.
ornery, too.
Oh, good,
He can
good.
be a little ornery.
He's on show. He's got a Showtime special running right now, and he was introduced to the world on Jerry Seinfeld's documentary, The Comedian, where you followed Jerry developing an entire new set, and then Orny was the guy you didn't know doing the same thing. So you saw the process was the same, no matter whether you're a big celebrity or you're just a comedian,
How
out there
cool.
going. So he's great. He's
Great, so he'll be in, so people can still get tickets. I know Black Diamond
Absolutely.
Burlesque is there, but it's sold out.
On
They're
So
sold
we
out.
didn't
Day,
want to
they are
send
sold
you.
out.
Absolutely.
And if you're still looking for Valentine's Day date ideas, we didn't want to send you somewhere sold out because you could
Right.
be in trouble.
You can just sit in the lounge and drink
Exactly.
if you want.
Nothing says romance like a comedian's lounge.
That's right. That's right. Exactly.
Well, if you are staying in, we have some great ideas for you, and the person who'll be telling us will be our friend in the kitchen. You know Barbara Pugliese from Just Because Boutique on St. Armand's Circle. Barbara, what are we making today?
Oh, so we're doing individual desserts today, and we're going to learn some decorating tips and how to be creative. So I'm very
Nice.
excited.
Now, we know you, of
Yep.
course, from Just Because, the boutique where you bring us great ideas every month, but a lot of people don't know that you are actually a pastry chef.
I am. I've been doing this since 1992. So,
Yes.
yeah, and I've won a couple Food and Wine Awards, worked in 4-star restaurants, Michelin-rated
Oh,
restaurants. So.
I'm impressed.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
So,
I've been doing some things since 1992 myself.
Yeah, we're not
Very
gonna,
creative.
right, you
we're not
know.
going to go into the kitchen to learn those. So we can't wait to join you later on. I know, we almost
Yeah.
bailed you out of
He
that one.
frosts
Right.
a lot of things.
Ooh, and without Stephanie here to keep you in line. Pam, I thought you were on my side.
No,
We're going to have our work
sorry.
cut out for us. No, it's fun. Fun way to gear up to Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Big
Yes.
day tomorrow.
All right, well, it is time for our first hot topic. And is the recent trend of businesses expanding inland a problem or an opportunity? Moat Marine Lab made a big announcement last week that they would move their aquarium out east to Benderson Park, while of course keeping their lab facilities on City Island. This comes just months after another attraction, the Players Center, announced their move to Lakewood Ranch. Both organizations cited cost and growth opportunity as the reasons for choosing to expand inland. Critics say they don't like losing these attractions from the downtown and Bay areas. What do we think? Is this a bad thing that businesses are choosing to move east?
I think it's
No.
awesome.
Thank
It's
God.
awesome.
I think
You know,
it is.
we all know downtown's getting very crowded, and with the traffic, and it's going condo. And we've got, of course, we're blessed with having a lot of theaters and things to do. Some of the greatest comedy theaters in the world are in downtown. But
one of them.
that's right. But you know, Moat Marine going out there, you think about how that is going to present itself on I-75.
Yes.
And in my hometown of Chattanooga, when they, Tennessee, when they revitalized the downtown area, they put in a freshwater aquarium, and it was the centerpiece. I mean, it went in the black in 9 months. So I think it's tremendous.
Their planning is already developed out there, I-75. I mean, with Benderson's Park going in, all the plans are in place to be able to handle and manage that traffic that's going to be coming in.
And this is not going to be a void downtown.
Yes.
Other organizations are going to move in.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll get
Absolutely.
more entertainment, which we need. We don't just need condos.
Right.
We need more things for people to do.
Yes,
Absolutely.
I've read a lot of the comments on social media, which is always fun.
Yeah.
You know, pro and con. But one thing I heard, a lot of people they want more businesses to stay downtown and around the bay. But my question is, if Moat moved an aquarium in the middle of downtown, would you be happy with parking? Would you be happy with traffic?
No.
I don't
Absolutely
think so.
not.
Yeah, you won't be able to find parking,
Yeah.
and traffic will just be standing still.
Where would you put it? I mean,
Yeah.
really, where would you
Right
put
where
it
your
downtown?
comedy club
You
is.
could
Yes,
put
of
it-
course.
Well,
We'll move out. No,
No, we
we're
love
not
having you
moving.
downtown.
No,
Yes, and that
no.
makes sense. I mean, some businesses, you are a comedy club, and there is kind of a late night feel
Yes.
about a comedy club. So to be downtown makes perfect sense to me.
And it's very pedestrian friendly. You can walk around, visit different, eclectic shops, dine, go to live music events. An aquarium does not fit in with that kind
Yeah.
of plan.
Yeah, it closes a big dark thing at night.
Yes, and you already had Florida Studio Theater right there, the Players right down the street, Van Wezel across the street. So it's cool that the Players has moved out to Lakewood Ranch, an area that needs that.
Yeah.
You
Yes.
know, and it's I mean that's going to be bigger than Sarasota or Bradenton together once it's done.
I'm hoping
More
that
people.
people
Yes.
that are opposed will see this as a sign of we are just expanding Sarasota area and
agree.
Bradenton area. It isn't just about we're picking up and moving businesses.
Because
to
trust
another.
me, we've got the beaches.
Yes.
That's number one. We're not losing anyone to Lakewood Ranch. They're coming
The
to the
people that are
beaches.
sending the negative emails
Yeah.
are the people that live 4 blocks from whatever it is, and they're going, "Oh no, now we have to drive."
Yes,
You know?
yes. All right. Well, I mean, you know what? So it could be an opportunity. We're not always unanimous, but I think today we are.
Yeah.
Well, let's be honest. In the past year or so, we've all read, or maybe even we've taken part in, some aggressive, argumentative discussions on social media. Here's how it goes. You post something, someone offers a counter opinion, someone you don't even know throws out an insult, and war ensues online. A new University of Chicago and Berkeley study says this is all explainable. We respond differently to what people write as opposed to what they say. The study concluded the best way for us to air out our differences is to actually discuss them in person, not hide behind the safety of social media to say things we might otherwise regret. Fess up, have you ever gotten involved in one of the Facebook arguments?
Absolutely.
Have it?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
and it's
don't.
because you can't hear my tone, and they take it a completely different way that I have meant to say this, and that I was closed-minded. They felt that I was definitive in my opinion and closed-minded and had no room for hearing their side of the argument.
And you said, of course, my opinion is right.
Well, of course.
Of course.
Well, I value my opinion, otherwise I wouldn't have written it to the
Sure,
free
sure.
world on Facebook. However, I wasn't definitive to the point of the period meant stop, I'm not listening past this point.
You can't hear tone. You
Exactly.
can't hear inflection. You can't hear things. Things can sound very rigid.
Well, people, when they're looking at each other, treat each other differently, I think, even in cars. I think that's why we have road rage, because you'll scream at somebody in a car, but if you're standing there looking at them, you'll be nice to them.
That's because you're scared of them, Linda. You're frightened that they may kill you. You know, no. The thing is I think there's a yin yang there. When people discuss face to face, we know that generally they're not as bold because you are face to face, and there's a little of that physical intimidation and that sort of thing. So in some ways, when people write things out, they'll be more honest to what they really believe. But then on the other hand, sometimes they take it too far.
Yeah, I think we want to be liked, and if we're face to face, we're going to try to make that person like us. If that person doesn't see us, there's no chance, so we just go for it with all of our fangs out.
That's exactly right.
Well, I'll
So-
fess up that sometimes I will read the arguments, and I'm reading them like it's a gossip
Yeah.
movie or something, but it bothers me, and I don't shake it off. If I do it first thing in the morning, I'm in a grumpy mood just reading everyone's aggression. So
Well, I can tell you this. I've quit looking at my Facebook. I look at Facebook about once every 2 weeks anymore. I've fallen off of it. And people message me and things like that, like it's business. But I've just gotten to the place that when I look at it now, there's so much content that is drivel. It just really, for me, I go, why am I taking up any part of my day with this? If it's something serious and it's a serious issue and we really need to discuss it, then let's put that in a way that can be productive, not just vomiting out crap.
I think every have different Facebook than me. My friends just say what a wonderful life they have, and I'm wondering, wow, why isn't my life that good? Because they're just having wonderful times, beautiful clothes.
And then you get all mad at them, and you're the one.
Wow, I'm so envious.
Well, there is discussion that your life on Facebook is not always accurate to your life in real life.
True life.
Well, see, interesting. Some of us are pulling back from Facebook, and it might not be a bad thing.
Limit your Facebook friends to only people that
are positive.
You're better than.
Yeah. You need to find people that are having a worse day than you. All right, well, we have mentioned that Valentine's Day might feel a little weird this year because it is in the middle of the week. But new research from Groupon, of all places, says that 1 in 4 couples say Valentine's Day in general has become boring. The study says 80% of couples will celebrate Valentine's Day, but more than half that number feel they do the same thing year after year. Typical dinner out. So, what's the cure? Well, 80% said sharing an experience after dinner is the key to having a perfect Valentine's.
Yes.
Now, the word experience, I'm assuming they mean some sort of a date,
Like the comedy
not
club,
necessarily.
for instance.
Comedy club is perfect because that gets you laughing and then in a good mood. And if you happen to be wearing red high heels, this can really work to an
That's a Pam.
advantage. That's right.
What do you do to, do you find that you two, I mean, you both work in the entertainment industry, which makes it difficult sometimes, but do you spice up Valentine's?
Again, yeah, well, it's your state of mind. I think that saying, they're in a rut, well, you can certainly change that.
It's your rut.
That's right,
Yes, you
like
made
that.
that rut.
Exactly. Yeah, do something different. Experience something maybe that you haven't before. Go kayaking one, Valentine's Day, a sunset kayak. Be more intentional about the kind of evening you want instead of letting it be the same thing. That's your choice.
Yeah.
I heard an 18-year-old who was visiting here on the phone, and he said, "You won't believe this place. You know what they do for fun? They go out to eat."
Hey, look, romance doesn't just happen after the age of 27, okay? You really do, like Pam said, you need to kind of plan it. And the planning part of it can be really fun. You're texting each other back and forth. They have emojis that are really neat. But you can build the evening up and then really make something special out of even when
And
you've been
going
together
out
forever.
to dinner, doing something different. Having
Feeding each other.
Well, I should point out the obvious that Groupon published this study, and Groupon also sells experiences
That's
and
what I'm
events and
talking about.
activities. So they're not silly. That's helping them out. Well, any dog owner will tell you that they hate 2 things: bath time and nail trimming. But this dad has cracked the nail clipping life hack. A Twitter user posted this genius creation of her father's. It's made out of an old purse and a harness to cradle their dog while the dad can get to work trimming the nails.
That's
mean,
really like a happy dog.
It's always been a 2-person job. Someone's got to hold the dog up and calm them while the person clips the nails. So now the dog is
traumatized.
hanging out.
The dog is completely traumatized.
Oh, the poor dog will be staying away from purses from now on, at least, at the very least.
Why you got him there? Might as well check his temperature. I mean, he's ready.
Well, it is time for our
Lord.
happy hour forecast. When we come back, we're going to check in with the Sarasota Opera and one of the unique things that goes into their productions.
Good afternoon, I'm Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan with your first alert weather forecast. For this happy hour, looking pretty good right now. We are looking at 80-degree temperature and we have a few clouds around, but really we had some fog and low clouds this morning, still a little bit lingering on. 68 in the dew point, way up there. Winds out of the west at 9. The pressure continues to be extremely high, 30, 34, and that is not changing much. Now, there are some showers around, mainly to the north of us now. Some activity up near Orlando and down south near Fort Myers. Not a lot happening right here. 75, the current temp in Orlando, a bit cooler up north. In Jacksonville, it's 56. And Tallahassee, 69 degrees. Miami, 82. Key West at 80. You can see from the satellite imagery, we have some clouds around, and that's associated with an old dying cold front, which continues to dissipate to the north. High pressure, though, located east of the Carolinas, will continue to bring us that east to southeasterly wind flow, which will warm us up over the upcoming days. Well, more on the weather coming up at 5. See you then.
The Sarasota Opera stages elaborate productions of some very well-known operas. The costumes and the scenery are just as important to the shows often as the singing and the acting. But something you may not have thought about, all that hair. Brittany Rapizzi is the hair and the makeup designer for the Sarasota Opera, and she joins us to explain all that goes into creating those looks on stage. The winter season has just opened, but you're in charge of making sure everybody on that stage has a good hair day.
Absolutely.
Oh, would you like to come and live with me? Oh, what a great thing it would be to have you around. Okay, are most of the performers wearing wigs?
About 98% of our performers are not wearing their own hair.
Wow.
So we get away with a few on stage, but we love the big elaborate hair and we love them looking perfect for every show. And the way to guarantee that is to style some wigs and get them on their heads.
Well, where do you get the wigs?
We actually make most of them.
Oh, you make a wig?
We make a wig. In fact, this guy right here is sort of in process.
What does that involve? Yeah.
We spend anywhere from 20 to 100 hours building a single wig, and that involves tying hairs one at a time into very fine lace.
One at a time?
One at a time.
Now, we were just asking about your kit,
Yep.
and you said you have a cigarette lighter for what?
I do. I have a cigarette lighter in my kit at all times. We always want to make wigs with the same type of hair, and synthetic hair and human hair are very different, and the way we test that is to give it a quick light on fire and see how it burns.
If it burns, which is it if it burns?
If it gets ashy, that means it's human. If it melts, it's synthetic.
Oh, wow, that is
Little
good
trick for
to
you.
know.
Yeah.
Okay,
Should we check
Carmen.
all of our hair right now?
Yeah, right.
I've been a little circumspect to Joey's hair ever since I've
It might
been
not
here.
all be the same.
Well, tell us about Carmen.
One
now.
by
what
one.
kind of wigs for Carmen?
We have some beautiful wigs in Carmen. In fact, we have 64 of them in
64
Carmen.
wigs.
Yep.
Wow.
And these two wigs on the end here are both in Carmen. That's our Carmen and our Micaela.
Nice.
And they
This
were
is Carmen.
Carmen is on the left, the
Carmen's
brown,
here.
very, very curly one.
Of course.
She's a very sassy character, and she owns the stage, and we needed to give her hair that matches.
Oh,
so
yeah.
This
Oh,
wig
wow,
looks
and there she is.
highlighted. Do you highlight them after you put the hair in?
we usually actually highlight the hair as we build it. So
As
we
you
add
build
in
it.
streaks to give it some light and depth and make them
That is
unique for the character.
artistry right there.
And depending on what the characters do, sometimes do you have to touch up the wigs throughout the run of the show?
Every day.
They
Oh, wow.
become
Wow.
grayer.
Wow.
What's involved in touching up?
So
Because
what we
every
do,
day-
you'll notice they're all blocked down onto the head with a tape and pins. That's to keep the lace looking invisible. So my job is to make sure that doesn't look like a wig on stage.
Right.
If you leave saying that was a beautiful wig, I didn't do my job right.
Well, explain to us what's possible with a lace front that is not possible with, say, like a store-bought wig people buy on Halloween.
You'll notice like those store-bought wigs look fake. They look
Yeah.
plastic, and it's always the hairline. That lace allows us to tie those hairs one at a time and make it look like a natural hairline.
Right.
So that's right here. Wow, wow.
Now, Monalusco is next. Tell me about the wigs that you do for that.
Manon Lescaut is actually our biggest wig show for the season. Quite literally, actually, that is Manon
That's
Lescaut on the
right.
end over
Oh,
there.
Oh, wow.
We
My
have
favorite.
101 wigs in Manon Lescaut.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, we have some characters that change back and forth 2 to 3 times, so each of them have 2 or 3 wigs. And our Manon Lescaut herself has 4. She's beautiful, and she rocks that wig so well.
She does.
What holds them on? I've worn wigs before and lost them at strategic moments.
Pins and a prayer.
Pins in a
Have you
prayer.
had one fall off in the
Never.
middle? Never.
Oh,
Wow.
that's not good.
I have never had a wig fall off on stage, and we're not starting here at Sarasota.
You don't use any kind of adhesive?
If we need it, if the lace on the front is starting to, move a little bit, we'll glue it down a little, but it's just strategic pinning.
From
Wow.
a storage standpoint, like when we see one of the operas, we see, the gorgeous costumes and the sets and the number of people, but you don't think 100 and something wigs are also being stored backstage. This is 5 and they take up a lot of
And
space.
finding your wig out of that 101 wigs.
Wow.
It actually looks a lot like this in our shop. We have 2 rooms in our wig shop at Sarasota Opera, and they are just full of heads.
Talking
How
head.
many
can
people
say
do you
that.
have in your shop working on the wigs?
We have 5 staff members working with me right now, and they are absolute rock stars. We've got 40, 50, 60 people coming through the wig shop every day, and we got to get the right person, get the right wig on, and do it in time.
Wow.
And you do wigs for other people too, people who are not on stage.
I
Tell
do.
me about that.
So I've been very fortunate to get work constantly doing what I love to do, and the way I love to give back when I can is to build wig for build wigs for people that are going through medical situations that cause them to lose their hair.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
alopecia, cancer treatments, it's sort of our way of giving back because, I mean, I love my hair. Hair is a huge
You've
part
got
of who
great
I
hair.
am.
Yes.
Yeah.
I can imagine what it's like to lose a huge part of yourself like that.
I can too, as a matter of fact.
Les has been eyeing this one.
When you make a wig, do you have a preference on, do you like working better with real hair or versus artificial?
It really all depends on what it's for. For a wig like Big Manon down there, synthetic is much easier, so there's less maintenance.
Gotcha.
Human hair reacts just like our hair does to
Oh my.
water,
Humidity.
humidity,
We don't want
Oils on
that,
your
no.
wind. But if I'm building someone for a cancer patient, I want
Right.
it to be human so they can treat it like it was their own
Yes.
hair.
Oh, that's wonderful. Okay, you can see her work at the Sarasota Opera. The opera season is going on right now. And for more information, go to the Sarasota Opera's website. Great shows, and you can see all these wonderful wigs. Next, some very good news from Goodwill about an amazing find at a Suncoast store.
Don't allow your weight to threaten your health or control your future. Excess weight or obesity can cause emotional and physical health risks. But you can take control. The Your Weight Matters campaign offers free resources and tips to help you measure and understand your weight. Take the Your Weight Matters Challenge. The free toolkit prepares you to speak with a healthcare provider about your weight. Your weight does matter. Take the challenge and take control today.
It's time to take a road trip.
Alabama's got 100 road trips. And if you love the sun, you're gonna love Mobile, where Mardi Gras is king, and the accommodations will make you feel like royalty. You can take a little drive, explore Dauphin Island, or explore the past. We're talking the USS Alabama. Check out these big guns. Alabama's got 100 road trips. Plan yours at alabama.travel.
Which one you gonna take?
That is a pretty good breakfast. You're not even eating.
Not hungry.
No? Why not? What's up?
Kath and I knew that Jenny had been partying a bit. Found out she tried heroin.
Most people don't know what to say about drugs, but we do. Visit us at drugfree.org.
To be able to just get my son here and not think about how we will pay for it, it just takes so much weight off of my family. St. Jude allowed me to focus on being a mom to Bryce. And sometimes I'm just in awe of the impact St. Jude has, not only on this community, but the world.
Well, we know that one man's trash is another man's treasure, and sometimes you hit a treasure jackpot at an area Goodwill store. Vice President Veronica Brandon Miller is here with some very good news about Goodwill that turned up at a store in Venice. And, Veronica, you brought a familiar voice with you, Justin Doyle, also known as Billy Jack from Jones & Company.
Jones & Company, a lot of fun going on there.
Yes. Well, you've had a lot of fun going on. Tell us about this helmet you found.
Well, I have the pleasure of going to I frequent Goodwills quite a bit.
Thank you so much.
Yes. And I found this one a little while back at the Goodwill on the Venice Island, and I was a Green Bay Packers fan. I noticed it because it looks like a Green Bay Packers helmet without the decals. Turns out it was actually a game-used Super Bowl helmet from 1998 when they took on the Broncos.
Whoa.
Wow.
Yeah, after a little research, I found that out.
Oh,
So
how
you picked it-
valuable is it?
I'm not sure how much of the value it is, but as a Packers fan, I don't think I've ever.
Never going anywhere.
It's invaluable.
So
yes.
how did you go from finding out, like, hey, this is the Packers colors, I like this helmet, I want to take it, into finding out that it played in the Super Bowl?
Well, with my phone, luckily. Smartphones are fantastic. But I noticed a number on the inside of the helmet. I looked it up, the year, because with the stickers on the back, you can see that it actually has the Super Bowl stickers.
sticker, I saw that.
And when you peel it back, it has the playoffs and all that stuff. So
Wow.
a little research and roster lookup, I found out who the player was. His name's Tyrone Williams.
Wow.
And I actually tracked him down. And
Did
tried to
he
do it.
donate that here?
Oh, go ahead, you can tell.
Yeah, okay.
I think there's a story.
He didn't actually donate it. After I tracked him down, he actually didn't think it was his at first. But then after I went a little back and forth with him, he's like, actually, you know what? It may have been my ex-wife. She actually. Yeah, so.
Exactly.
Oh, that's
and we get a lot of that.
Oh, that's so
Was he
funny.
happy though that such a big fan got it? I'm hoping that
Yes.
that'll make a happy ending for
Yeah,
him.
he was very cool about it, and he said I could keep it. He said I could get it autographed at some point, but I haven't yet tracked him down. But we're getting to that point, hopefully, sometime
Well, I
soon.
go to Goodwill too, and I didn't want to say anything, but I have Tyrone Williams' suit
Oh, really?
and shoes.
Wow.
Yeah. She threw everything out of that damn house.
Oh my gosh.
It all went. I don't know. It was an ugly divorce.
Justin, I hate asking this question, but I got to know, how much did you pay for it?
$4.99 was the sticker price. $4.99.
That's
yeah.
a steal.
And here's something I know. How he got his name, Billy Jack, is from a shirt you got at Goodwill,
Yes, it
correct?
was.
Oh, was it? I had no
I
idea.
got a shirt. It reminded them of the movie, which is not a great movie. But yes.
So like Billy Jack, when are you coming back? That sort
Maybe
of
a
thing?
different movie.
Yeah.
So Veronica, I gotta ask you a question, because we all go into Goodwill stores and we all hope that we'll find that treasure, and he found it. How often does this happen that people find something amazing?
At least once a week, I hear a great story. But since we were just around the Super Bowl, I said, oh my God, we have got to highlight this, because Valentine's Day is tomorrow. So if you're thinking, oh, what am I going to get my, wonderful man, you're always thinking about the female. Well, go to Goodwill. You might find another helmet or something else.
And that's the thing is, it's Sarasota. People move here that are from really super successful people, and they get here and they get rid of their stuff.
Yes, always a great
and
treat.
You never
so
know.
One more great reason to shop Goodwill, and you can find so much more at their area stores. You never know what you're going to find. For the latest on promotions and special events, you can go to the Experience Goodwill website. Thanks for the great news, Billy, Jack, and Veronica. Coming up next, we're going to make handmade gifts for our Valentine's honeys.
Once you get atrial fibrillation, you need to have a very close relationship with your primary doctor. Prevention is the whole ball game here, because once you have a stroke, you can't undo it. A year without stroke, it's a year that you can enjoy doing the things that you've worked all your life to finally get to do. You took care of yourself. You did what is necessary for you to be around one more year. And then next year, we'll celebrate one more year without a stroke.
Want to know a secret? If you're looking for the best selection of area rugs at an unbelievable price, the only place you need to look is Rugs is Art. I know what you're thinking. Expensive, right? Wrong. Rugs is Art has the largest selection of area rugs on the west coast of Florida in a variety of styles, with 8x11 area rugs starting at $199. Largest selection, personalized service, and unbelievably low prices. You'll find it all at Rugs is Art.
Rugs as Art, Sarasota's only area rug superstore.
Soldiers in the Army National Guard serve to give back to their country and communities. Their part-time commitment qualifies them for an array of benefits, such as affordable health and life insurance benefits, education benefits, including tuition assistance, student loan repayment, and GI Bill programs, a retirement plan based on part-time service, and VA home mortgages. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more about all the benefits available in the Army National Guard.
I heard about the Dotoli Cancer Center through friends of mine who had been treated here and were very pleased with the treatment.
If there is prostate cancer, we at the Dotoli Cancer Center will find it using 3D color flow Doppler ultrasound.
And that helped precisely identify where my cancer was and some additional cancers that were not found during the biopsy. I would recommend the Dotoli Cancer Center. As a group of human beings, they are unbelievably great.
The thought of my sons growing up without me inspired me to quit smoking.
I talked to my doctors, and then I threw away all my cigarettes, ashtrays, and lighters.
I started exercising instead of smoking.
Letting my friends online know I was quitting kept me on track.
Staying away from alcohol when I was first quitting was key.
I kept on trying, learned something each time.
Do whatever it takes.
No matter how many times it takes.
We did it. You can too.
For free help, visit cdc.gov/tips.
Designers do it with style.
Tell me what's going on here, because
Why, you don't like my hair?
The Mark and Mandy Show. In-depth design ideas.
What is up with the tuck tape here? Let's cover it up.
Amazing beauty and fashion tips.
So Halle Berry has amazing skin. Her secret is coffee grounds. No.
Delicious recipes.
Today, I'm gonna show you a special dish that is sure to please that special someone in your life.
Watch The Mark and Mandy Show right here on your favorite channel.
Welcome back to Suncoast View. If you're just joining us, we're going to be heading into the kitchen with Barbara Pugliese from Just Because Sarasota on St. Armand's Circle. But Barbara, this is an exciting week for St. Armand's. Tell us about Ladies' Night coming up.
Ladies' Night is this Thursday night. We have almost 40 businesses now, so we have a lot more participation, so it's very exciting. And we're all ready for Valentine's Day.
Yes, and it is a great week for it, because I understand because Valentine's falls on a Wednesday, a lot of people are just going to extend their date night throughout the week.
As you should.
Yes. So grab your favorite lady, or ladies, grab your favorite other lady or man, and go out to St. Armand's Circle. Tons of new businesses participating every month. So that's
we're
great.
excited. And you get your discount, 15% off.
Yes,
so even
that's
better.
wonderful. And you can find the participating businesses with the balloon in front of their door. Well, we can't wait to join you later on to make some Valentine's treats. Well, picking the perfect Valentine gift does not have to break the bank. You can consider going with something handmade that comes from the heart. But we definitely need some expert guidance. Yvonne Schiller and Wendy Mason from the Craft Bar in Sarasota are here to help us out. So handmade gifts are great when you're 8 years old, but now that we're adults, more is expected of us, so we need your help.
Okay.
Tell us about the Craft Bar for people that haven't been.
So first, the Craft Bar is a DIY studio. We host crafting events and classes throughout the week, the month, the year. And they're fun. It's not just going and making a craft. We have a good time. It's guaranteed fun when you're there at the Craft Bar.
And you can bring your own beverage.
Oh, all right.
Whether your beverage is
fun.
Yeah, I know.
Now we're going.
Power tools and beverages, though. Explain a little bit for those of you know, I don't own a ton of tools, surprise. Explain how people can use the tools and the project patterns that you already have.
So when you come into the Craft Bar, we have different crafts that we do. So you'll come in for a certain craft. We have all of the supplies on hand that are going to be needed. And then we give you full instruction to complete the whole project. Everybody's supplies are just a little bit different. You know, somebody might choose pink flowers, somebody might choose blue paint, whatever. So even though we're all doing the same craft, everybody walks out with something different.
Oh, how great.
And we won't let you mess up. If it's looking not so good, we'll help you.
All right,
so
that's
you
good,
leave with a
'cause
good thing.
There is a hammer on Les and Pam's side of the table,
Yes.
so I'm a little nervous. So let's take
Don't worry
a
about
look.
it. I got a brush and I know how to use it. Kid yourself. Is this an all-you-can-craft bar? Like all-you-can-craft? Or is there a limit to crafting?
It's an all-you-can drink.
all-you-can drink.
As long as you
Then we
bring
see
it.
what crafts
You
come.
bring it.
If you
All
bring
right.
it, you can drink it.
All right, so you have a special
bring it.
Valentine's Day inspired project for us. Let's take a look at what it's supposed to look like, because I always think that's important, because it doesn't always end up looking like that at our table.
Nice.
All right, so this is cute, a little floral mason jar.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
need
string
help.
art.
Great. All right, so let's start on Les's side.
I'm
We're
ready.
going to get him started.
Okay, so we're
gonna hold
starting
ours.
with a basic piece of wood. We have chose to use a nice
Plywood.
dark
Wood.
antiquing wax to give it a little color. So you're
That's
just
what this
going to
is.
go nice, don't get it on your shirt. Yeah, that's a lot.
Okay.
So you don't need a
I like
whole
to start
lot.
with a lot. I like, and then I thin it out.
And you want to try to go all the way down,
Long
a nice
strokes.
even
all the way
stroke.
down. Okay.
All the
Don't
way
worry
down.
about that. I
'Cause we
know
wanna
I can do that.
Yeah, it's not paint, it's wax. So we want to spread it out. Go all
Les,
the
could
way
you
down.
move that coffee cup
all
out of
the
the
way
way? We want
down.
our viewers.
Whoa, hold it.
We want them to see your handiwork.
But see, yeah, here we go.
Oh, okay.
There we are.
Put that one right
Okay.
So much for that.
Okay, I'm doing it. Now you can go to Pam, because
So this, all right, so Les is going to keep working, and then obviously that would have to dry.
It will have to dry. If you do it normally, it doesn't take very long to dry. He's got a nice thick coat on there. If you get a thick coat on it, you can wipe it off with a paper towel or a rag, so you
Okay.
kind of get more
I have
of a rustic finish. She's hammering over me, but that's okay.
It almost looks like it's stained wood. So I like the, and that paint does it. All right, so what's Pam doing now?
Okay, so Pam is such an intelligent woman. She just figured it out all on her own.
She knows.
She's an independent woman.
So we give you, when we do any type of string art, we have a template because, you know, we need some type of guidance. So we taped down the template, and she's just going to go about 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch apart. She's going to hammer in these small finish nails.
Okay.
Make sure you don't hammer all the way through the wood, or otherwise you're going to need a tetanus shot when you pick it up.
And when you're in a straightaway, like right through here, so right through here,
Go as fast as possible.
Your nails can be a little further apart.
Oh, see, this is the guidance part that I think we all love. Because if I tried to make this myself at home, it would be a disaster. Ooh, Linda's allergic. Yes.
Well, there it is. It's the pollen.
It is. It's the pollen from the
All right, so let's move on to Linda's step here.
Okay, Linda's probably has the most difficult step.
It
took me a long time
this up a little bit
to somewhat
so
master this.
Okay.
And I don't think I have.
Okay.
Yeah. But anyway, so this is where you start stringing your actual nails. You're going to take one nail, which I've already tied a knot around, very simple knot, double knot, you know. And then you're going to start by wrapping it around the nail.
Okay.
And you're going to wrap it and go to the other nail, and wrap it and go to the other nail. You want to keep a taut hold on it, I guess that's the word I'm looking for, because if you let go of it, it will all just come unraveled like that. So you absolutely have to keep a tight hold on the string itself. Use, you know, you can use floss if you want, but this is just a basic string.
And she is aspiring to this next step, right? That's what she's doing. Where you would remove the paper?
Yeah, once you get it, once you have all the string done, you can remove the paper.
Okay.
Or if you get the nails in, you can remove the paper afterwards and then start stringing. I like to go ahead and have the paper under it, so that, because you'll notice up at the top, I didn't put nails on absolutely everything.
Gotcha.
So I like to know what line I'm on, and it gives me kind of a guide to go by.
Well, what I love here is, and Pam, this will be all on your handiwork with your nails, we spell out love.
Oh,
nice.
Yeah. On our original, it says Mason, but it's Valentine's Day.
Although Mason would have worked because that's my last name.
So while Linda continues to work, the final step?
The final step is your floral arrangement.
Can you do this wrong?
No, you cannot do that wrong.
And it's very easy to pull them out and redo them.
Okay.
Yes, if you go,
you just kind of shove them in there.
Les has a question.
Will this come off the table?
Yeah, like fingers.
Yes.
This is why we come to you instead of trying to do it at our own home.
Yeah, because when you come to us, it gets all over our table. That's okay. We're going to clean it up.
Yeah, and that will come off with soap.
How fun.
Yes,
all right, well, I know you have a whole bunch of events coming up. You're doing some things with J-Dubs Brewing.
Yes, so exciting.
And then you have some other paint-specific classes. This is a great thing to do for your honey, with your friends and family. The Craft Bar is on Pineapple Avenue in downtown Sarasota.
Oh, you can craft.
That's right. To find out more about all their upcoming events, you want to go to the Craft Bar website, thecraftbarfl.com. Coming up next, we get some Valentine's love songs from the Fab Four.
Watch Good Morning Suncoast on ABC 7, weekdays starting at 5.
It's been about a month, and I can honestly say I've seen the change in me. I went from being a depressed girl who didn't want help to this happy, caring girl who loves helping other people. I just really hope that people that went through what I went through get the help that they need, because their story is important and they are loved. Thank you so much for everything.
This is an ABC 7 News Update.
Hello, I'm Scott Dennis. Here's what we're working on right now for 5 o'clock. 2 gas leaks at Laurel Nokomis School cancel all after-school activities today. We'll have the latest from there. And for homeowners looking to sell their homes, why local realtors are suggesting now may be the best time. Let's get a check on our weather now with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan. Bob?
Thanks, Scott. 80 degrees right now with some clouds around, but still generally sunny to partly sunny skies out there. And the dew point temperature is way high, 68 degrees, and winds out of the west at 9. That will allow for some fog to form overnight. Now, a few spotty showers have been popping up as a result of the easterly wind and also temperatures warming into the mid-80s here. in places like Highlands County, Hardee, and DeSoto County. So a spotty shower not out of the question, but most areas will stay dry. Temperatures quite a variance there. 56 in Jacksonville, 69 in
ABC 7 News at 7 weeknights.
Everybody has a dream. Mine was to see the ocean. And with a little help, I made it.
Thousands of award-winning Honda SUVs are on sale from $189 a month during the Honda President's Day sales event. You've got to see these SUVs. Get a surprisingly spacious 2018 HR-V, $189 a month, or step up to Pilot for $289 a month with available seating for 8. Plus, we have Motor Trend's SUV of the Year, the 2018 CR-V, and Ridgeline, a Car and Driver's 10 Best, all on sale for up to $3,805 less than the competition at your local Honda dealer.
When my youngest, Addie, was 2.5, she was diagnosed with leukemia. When we first heard that diagnosis, you feel extremely alone. Walking in that Light the Night light with 6,000 people carrying lights, white for survivors, red for supporters, gold in memory of those who have passed. It's the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society's hope that every year there are fewer gold lanterns. Your lantern will make a difference.
Start a team, join a team.
Help us light the night.
The Beatles wrote dozens of amazing love song lyrics, and their popularity lives on decades later. Here to sing some of our favorites, all the way from across the pond, are the Mercy Beatles, 4 lads from Liverpool. Take it away, guys.
Oh yeah, I'll tell you something I think you'll understand when I say that something. I wanna hold your hand. I wanna hold your hand. I wanna hold your hand. Oh, please say to me, you'll let me be your man. And please say to me, you'll let me hold your hand. You, I feel happy inside. It's such a feeling that my love I can hide, I can hide, I can hide. Yeah, you got that something I think you'll understand when I say that something. I wanna hold your hand. Touch you, I feel happy inside. It's such a feeling that my love I can hide, I can hide, I can hide. Yeah, you got that something I think you'll understand when I say that something. I wanna hold your hand.
Are awesome. You're just like a reincarnation of the Beatles. And you are from Liverpool. Is this really true?
This is true, yes. All born and bred in Liverpool.
Is that where you met? Have you known each other
we were
long?
in school together, yes. Yeah.
Or you just saw these people with haircuts like you? You guys sound awesome. And the Cavern, you go to the same place the Beatles used to go to?
Yeah, we played 600 times or something like this, you know.
Yeah. 601.
Okay, if you can step up closer to the microphones, because we've got millions of girls out there who want to hear you. And ladies my age. You look exactly like the Beatles. Did people tell you that as kids when you were growing up?
Yes, every day.
Every day, every day.
That's why we do it.
And do you still sing in Liverpool?
Oh, yes. Yeah, we do. Yeah, we get back whenever we can, you know, to Liverpool.
Well, we want to hear you guys sing again. But first, everybody wants to hear you sing, so let me tell people where you can see them. They are going to be at the Glen Ridge on February 14th. What a great Valentine's treat. For your Valentine's, you can go for tickets and information to the Mercy Beatles website. We've got to hear these guys again. They are really good. Let me get out of the way because I want to look at all of them. Okay, guys, sing us to the break. 1, 2, 3.
Twist and shout. Come on, come on, come on, come on, baby now. Come on and work it on out. Work it on out. You know you look so good. Look so good. You know.
Tomorrow at 5 on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
Hi, I'm Ray Collins.
And I'm Stephanie Webb. Tomorrow's Valentine's Day, and that means singles are looking for love.
We'll tell you about a dating scam on social media and how you can avoid being tricked. That's tomorrow on Good Morning Suncoast. John?
A lot of cloud cover across the region associated with a frontal boundary sinking south. What does that mean for our weather? We'll let you know bright and early.
Tomorrow at 5 on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
We answered the call of duty and left our homes to serve in far-off lands. Now, we answer another call, this time at home, in our own communities, to respond in times of chaos, to use our strength, our skills, and our experiences to bring hope amid devastation and destruction. Together, as a team of brothers and sisters, we're continuing our mission to make this country a little stronger and a little better each day. We are Team Rubicon.
We're losing exotic animals on a daily basis, and the ones that we have in captivity are really the ambassadors for their wild counterparts. I'm Clayton Rozier from the Big Cat Habitat and Gulf Coast Sanctuary, housing over 150 exotic animals that needed a great home. And if you love animals, please help them. Do it locally. Support your local no-kill shelters, your local wild animal sanctuaries. Make a difference where you can.
For more than 100 years, American Humane Association has been teaching kids to be kind to animals. Those in our homes, on the farms, on the silver screen, and wildlife conservation caring for the world's vanishing creatures. But we can't do it alone. Visit kindness100.org to find ways to teach kids how they can make a more caring, compassionate, and humane world for all of us.
I want to fess up, we made a little mistake when we sent you to the Craft Bar website. You want to go to thecraftbar.org to sign up to do Valentine's crafts for your honey, not the craft beer bar where I believe we may have sent you. Although who knows, your honey might like that as well.
Sure.
Well, here's something everybody likes. This video has been going viral, and it's proof that technology can be incredible and maybe slightly terrifying. A pair of robots from Boston Dynamics have been designed to do one of the most difficult of human tasks, opening doors. The first robot couldn't get in, so its buddy strolled up and figured out how to let it through. I don't know, a little bit too Terminator for my taste.
Wow.
Maybe even a little Jurassic Park mixed in there. But this is amazing.
That on your front porch.
Yes, so this is where robot technology has come now. That was, I think, a big milestone to figure out
how to get
how
the
to
door.
Open doors.
Wow.
Just in the next 10 years, it's going to be mind-blowing.
Yes. And one of the things they're saying is, you know, robots, the design of robots, it's not limited to nature. So if you want to add an extra leg or an extra arm or a second head scanner, you can do that to a robot. And so it's a little scary. No more doors. You're going to have to learn how to lock doors.
We'll have
That's
to find
right.
some other way to keep them out.
Well, you know, we were talking about robots the other day, and it was scary. And we were talking about surgery and having this kind of doctor or that kind of doctor. And our millennial employee went, I don't want a human operating on me.
Wow.
And very seriously.
Yeah.
And see, for us, we would think, oh gosh, that'd be so frightening to have a robot. And he goes, no, I'm scared of the human.
Yes, the margin for error,
yes.
I'm afraid to say, can be higher with a human.
Yeah, absolutely.
Don't write into me that you have to have a robot
I'll take the human.
Linda's all in for the human. Well, I'm all in for the kitchen. We are heading into the kitchen to make some Valentine's sweets.
Get breaking news alerts focused on the Suncoast. Download the ABC7 News app.
Planning a Carnival Fantasy Cruise out of Mobile? Then check out the park and cruise packages at the luxurious Battle House and Renaissance Riverview Plaza hotels. Stay at the Battle House for $169 per night, or the Riverview Plaza for just $149 per night, and leave your car for the duration of your cruise. Includes transportation to and from the cruise terminal. If you're cruising out of Mobile, come stay with us. Call 1-800-MARRIOTT or visit Marriott.com now.
This is an ABC7 News Update.
Hello, I'm Jacqueline Matter. Here's what we're working on for 5 o'clock. A follow-up on the battle between the city of Holmes Beach and a couple over their island treehouse. Why the owners say it is not coming down. And taking a quick look at First Alert traffic, right now we are seeing some backups on US 301 and Fruitville Road near downtown Sarasota. Now let's get a check on our First Alert weather forecast with Bob.
Good afternoon, everyone. A steady east to southeasterly wind flow bringing us some moisture coming in from the Atlantic, making a few showers possible throughout our inland counties. Not much going on along the immediate coastline, and it looks like things will stay relatively quiet. 80 degrees right now. It's warm today, and that dew point high at 68. Winds are out of the west at 9. The pressure 30, 34. That's way up there. And that's one of the reasons why everything's been kind of shifting to the north as far as any kind of fronts coming our way. It's cooler over the Panhandle where that cooler air has slipped in, but still warm here. Details in your weather.
Keep up with the Suncoast. Watch your favorite ABC7 shows on your streaming device.
Glasses and contacts. You need them to see, but they put such a strain on your life. Due to new advances in vision improvement technology, LASIK is now affordable for almost everyone, with procedures starting as low as $299 per eye. And over 1 million procedures performed by our trusted independent surgeons. LASIK surgery is a sensible, safe, and affordable solution to improve your vision. So call now to talk to a LASIK Vision Institute counselor and schedule your free evaluation.
1-800-813-0109.
Invest in Kids is a $7.5 million project to build a new Boys and Girls Club in South Manatee County. I'm Caleb Grimes, and I was a club kid. It's where I learned important life lessons, leadership, integrity, responsibility, and baseball. Thousands of kids attend the Boys and Girls Clubs, and after years of use, their club is slowly falling apart. Help us invest in kids. Make your donation today.
Thank you.
We've all heard how military veterans adjusting to the civilian world may have certain issues.
30. 78.
If only everyone had this issue. No matter what challenge they face, Easter Seals is here for America's veterans.
You now have the power to prioritize your Facebook feed and get local news and information from the team you trust. Go to the ABC7 Sarasota page on Facebook. Give us a like, then click following and choose See First. That's it. Customize even more by choosing notifications. Choose breaking news, posts, live videos, anything you want to see in real time. Take control of your newsfeed and stay connected to what's happening in your community with ABC7 on Facebook.
Coming up Wednesday on Suncoast View, it's that time of year when the roar of engines take over Suncoast streets. We'll preview the 20th anniversary of Thunder by the Bay, talk about the changes over the years for the massive motorcycle event. There's plenty of singles here on the Suncoast. A dating coach brings us survival tips. Plus, Manatee Players preview the Hunchback of Notre Dame, and Michael's wine cellar is in the kitchen.
Welcome back. We're here with Barbara from Just Because Boutique on St. Armand Circle. A little bit of sweets going on here.
Absolutely. Fat is your friend.
All right. What do we
I'm good.
Believe it.
That's right. All right.
So we have some awesome things that we're doing today.
Yeah, these look great.
So these are all fun ways to decorate sweets.
Correct. And they're more individual because I always think that's great to give someone an individual dessert than just having one massive cake with it.
Yeah.
So we have these really great baking cups, which I love. You can bake right into them. You can make your own made cake batter, or you can use a box mix. And then we have some buttercream and some pastry bags, round tips, star tips, so you can really be creative with it.
Those cups can go right into the
They
oven?
can be baked in,
Wow.
and you can't even tell what the cake is, which I love about that. Same thing with these muffin liners, which I really like, because sometimes the paper ones you can see what the cake is, which I hate, and you lose the design. But these are foil wrapped, so you don't even see that anymore.
Oh,
so I
wow.
really like that. And you guys are having fun. They're using a star tip, and then we have all different sprinkles and jimmies and hearts and so forth, which I think are great to use with that.
I'm not going to say that they need your help because I would never.
Yeah, I'm not going to say either.
Are there any
Or
tips
technique.
when it comes to
Yep.
using a pastry bag?
So when you're using a pastry bag, my trick is always to have a glass nearby. You can keep your pastry bag right in there when you're not using it. And as you're squeezing it, you always want to twist so that the whatever in the bag will go down to the tip. Always twist as you're working so it goes down to the tip, so it's not coming out the other side. Because once it gets messy, it just gets worse. It doesn't get better.
Oh,
so,
gotcha.
Yeah, it's like a disaster zone. So that's, and I like these disposable bags too, because when you're done, you just pitch it.
Yeah.
And it makes for easy cleanup. And we have all different sprinkles
Oh,
and
yeah.
stuff. Look at Let's Go. Good
yeah.
job. He's using that star tip.
Wow. Now, how soon ahead?
You act as if I've never done this before.
I'm so sorry, Les.
If you're making these for a party, how soon ahead? I always wonder.
You can do it like a day ahead or earlier that day. I always think buttercream is best at room temperature. You could refrigerate it and then let it warm up.
I was going to say, after you make them, should
Yep.
you refrigerate them?
It depends on the temperature. Sometimes
Okay.
I refrigerate. Sometimes if the room's cool enough, you can just leave it out.
Oh,
And it's neat too because you could put fillings in there too. You could hollow out the cake in the middle of here,
yeah.
put some fresh fruit in it, some whipped cream, and you can kind of go
that would be
really
nice.
crazy.
Oh, great. All right, well, they're working on, they're doing great over there. Now
Yeah.
we need your help.
So I love these ice cream cones. I think they're awesome. So you can bake the cake right into the cone, which is great. And the little trick with this is use your muffin pan and put tin foil in so that the
you
cups
know the
stay
muffin
straight up
pan?
so they don't wiggle when they're working
Oh,
in
that's a
the
good
oven.
idea.
And then you just can kind of take your icing
Okay.
and go right around.
So nothing, you don't discolor the
No,
cone by baking in it? Never
I'm
do
not
that.
sure what's in the cone, but
Yeah, I don't think anybody is.
Right, I'm not quite sure, but you know that's the amazing thing. The cone doesn't discolor, which I think is great, and then it's just a really nice individual serving. And then I like to use the sprinkles right on top of that.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah,
So
which is really
yeah,
cute.
these look
And then
great.
you can just take some chocolate sauce, the hard shell, drizzle on top. And then you have to get that maraschino cherry with the stem, so it
Wow.
really looks authentic. But look how
These are
cute.
so
That's
clever.
cute.
I always say they're like,
Yes,
and it's
please.
just great too because if you're having a party, your guests can walk around, and it's easy to eat. So
Yes, that is nice. Anything with a
Yeah.
handle, any food with a handle, I'm a big fan.
I'm a big fan of that too, especially for entertaining. And then over here, I love these jars. You can kind of assemble your own cake with buttercream and or whatever filling you want to do. And it's a great take-home gift. They can also use it there. And we have some glass jars here. You just kind of cut the cake. You can pipe some filling inside, some sprinkles, and just layer it up. And you can put a little saying on it or embellish it with like a glass heart if you wanted.
Really
But I do this a lot for like weddings and parties, and I think that's great.
How great, Barbara. These are awesome tips for fun Valentine's treats.
Yep.
And I know you can get a lot of these things at Just Because Boutique.
Yep, and I got a lot from the Rolling Pin too in Brandon. So
great.
a specialty cooking store has a lot of these more kind of a little harder to find items as well.
Well, we're going to be checking in at St. Armand's Circle this Thursday for Ladies' Night every month.
Oh, look how pretty.
Look how pretty, Leslie.
Les,
yes,
look at him.
Les, you're impressing us with your skills.
Yeah.
I am. There's another side to me that people just don't know about.
Yeah, you keep that side to yourself. Les and Pam, it's great to have you. Don't you forget, take some time, enjoy the Suncoast view. Cheers, Linda.
Cheers.
Here we go.